What if Naruto was a prodigy part 7? Let's go. Now the finals of the Chunin exams would finally begin. Naruto and all the others are in the arena, and so everyone is ready and prepared to fight for the title of Chunin. The fights would begin as normally, except for one person that was missing. Now, they were willing to continue with one fight and then see if the kid is still there. Well, if he's going to be there. So they'll give him a one fight buffer. If he's still not there, then they'll have to disqualify him. That was at the request of the Kazekage. For some reason, he's quite kind to children, and I'll tell you why soon. But Minato accepted. Obviously, he also was a very kind Hokage, not just nice to kids, but nice to anyone. He was beloved by anyone. And especially after recognizing that at least he could have perhaps done a better job with his son, he was nicer overall to kids. Now, he didn't fully regret it, as he knew that whatever they did, it would have probably ended badly. And so, just having bad feelings is probably the best outcome. As Naruto and the Nine-Tails could have seriously hurt people. But anyways, so a fight begins. It's nothing special. It's two pretty good students. They duke it out, and in the end, obviously, one of them wins. And then, the student, the Genin that was still late, did not arrive. And so, he had to sadly be disqualified. Next up was Naruto's fight. It wasn't anything special. It was against a low Chunin fighter, so actually one that should have probably deserved the title of Chunin. But sadly, he went up against Naruto. And well, Naruto is Naruto. And that did not go well for the Genin. But very likely next year, he would get the title of Chunin. His name was Benimaru, and in the future, he would very likely become a strong shinobi. Hopefully not one that Naruto would have to fight again, since he could probably pose quite a challenge. He had a lot of potential, and his fighting style reminded Naruto of Minato himself. He really didn't know much about his fighting style, but obviously he knew a little bit. And this kid, Benimaru, loved Minato. Both of them were from a basically no-name clan, and so he found it amazing that someone from a lesser-known clan was so powerful and such a good Hokage, and so that's what he strived to be in the future as well. So he wanted to be like Minato, and even had a similar haircut, even though his hair was more blackish. Not the yellow Namikaze colors. But anyways, even though this kid was quite a challenge, Naruto beat him in the end. And then another fight began once more. This fight was with a kid from the Hidden Sand. The one that finished the challenge much faster. The second one, that is. Well, it was at least one of the team members. And he was strong. Incredibly strong. Something Naruto had never seen with someone his own age. This person was at least Chunin level. Perhaps even high Chunin level. He was much stronger than the one he just faced. Sure, the Chunin, Benimaru, was quite fast, but this one here, named Iruna, was incredibly powerful. So anyways, this Iruna of the Sand won his fight with ease, and then smirked at Naruto, who was sitting in the stands, on the side of the arena, practically encircling Iruna. And then Iruna's teammate was almost next to Naruto, and for a second Naruto was wondering who Iruna was smirking to. But no, it was Naruto after all. As when Naruto pointed at himself, Iruna nodded, still smiling. As the audience clapped, the next fighters joined the arena, and the previous ones left. It was Iruna's female teammate, who obviously was also in the team that finished the second exam extremely fast. She must be quite strong too, Naruto thought. And so she went up against someone who wasn't too weak either. Around Iruna's level. Not quite, but almost there. This didn't seem to be his first year at the Chunin exams. Maybe second, maybe even third. He looked quite a bit older than all the other kids, so who knows really. But he looked like he had quite a bit of fighting experience, so who knows? But no. Iruna's female friend, Izuki, still annihilated him and won the match. As Izuki used a different move every second, so that even with all that experience, her enemy couldn't do anything. She was completely unpredictable as a fighter, and so it would be hard to fight against her if Naruto would have to later on. For now, he was happy that he passed to the next round. And then they called his name, Naruto. And so his fight to the next round, these being the semifinals of the finals, would begin. Naruto would be fighting another weird opponent. She didn't seem very strong or experienced. She looked quite young. Not as young as Naruto, but definitely younger than the average person in the Chunin exams. So he was actually quite excited. If she was young, she must be quite talented. So let's see. And as soon as the fight began, she escaped any imagination that Naruto held before. She was fast. Really fast. Faster than even Iruna was, who took direct inspiration from Minato. And Naruto noticed right then, she was an Uchiha. Black hair, traditional clothes. She was an Uchiha, and a very talented one at that. Young yet ferocious, and a great warrior. And before Naruto would finally stop dodging and blocking and actually go on the offensive, the fight stopped. It all stopped, and the audience looked to somewhere else. Not the two fighting, but to what seemed or should have been a wall, but was now a hole with a silhouette coming through. A young boy, and he was the one that had supposedly gone missing or was late to the exams. And this boy gave off a completely different atmosphere. He was different from all the other fighters. He didn't seem to have a lot of energy, a lot of motivation, experience, ferocity. He wasn't very young, and yet not very old either. As the spectators awed, the moderator of the battle, who kept commentating on the battles, told this boy to leave. But he didn't mention a name. Same as no one's told a name before when they were talking about the boy that was late. Did no one know this boy's name? What was going on? And so Naruto was curious and asked him, "So, what's your name?" Silence. He didn't respond. Well, at least not in words. But where he did respond was in a fist. Immediately, he punched the ground as cracks appeared all over, and an almost earthquake shook the ground, with Naruto having to help the Uchiha girl that he was fighting just moments ago, and help her escape a hole that opened up underneath her feet. "What the hell are you doing?" As multiple Chunin jumped down to restrict this fight for the normal fights to begin and continue. But now there was a purplish sphere that surrounded only Naruto and this boy. And the Uchiha girl as well. Naruto threatened that if this continued and he didn't stop the barrier, he would have to fight it. And Naruto was not messing around. He was serious. And he was, honestly, angry. The slightest bit of Kurama's chakra came through as his eyes turned more and more slit-like. But that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!